Lunar may be dead, but her spirit lives on. I'm so interested in her story. So at the bottom it says the story is about a touch of Ayala's spirit knowledge in the butterfly necklace caused Nikki to meet her in a dream and thus learn of the past she had forgotten deep in her memories. Who is Ayala? Okay, we will figure it out. But first, we need to get Lunar's spirit, and the only way to do this is to spend diamonds, unfortunately. Let's see the cost. I think it would be around 900-ish diamonds, unless I'm lucky. Nope, I'm not lucky. So when you pull in here, you're gonna get the Shadow or Dazzle stones. Let's pull again another 300 gems. That's 600 spent. Nope, did not make it. Ugh. I think now I want to do one by one because maybe I can get it before 900. So let's go. Exactly 900 gems. There you go. Here is the spirit White Lotus. I am done so here. You know, some people have gotten spirits with free attempts. I've seen the screenshots. They're real. If that is you, congratulations. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the story here. In the quiet of the night, Nikki has long been asleep, lying on her side. Momo is also sleeping soundly, a drop of sparkling drool dangling from his mouth. Next to Nikki's pillow lies an intricate butterfly necklace. A piece of simple and mellow hued jade adorned its tip. Under the moonlight, this jade is gradually irradiating a shine, a mysterious rainbow color light flowing out of it. Endless recollections emerge under the full moon. Unspoken thoughts slip into dreams. New era. 672 Lunar's home. Even the bright full moon in the night sky cannot outshine the city's light tonight, as Lunar's home is bustling and being decorated with lanterns and banner. A feast with several tables is set up in the garden. The guests are all raising their cups and exchanging laughter and chatter. No one notices Lunar left her seat discreetly. Lunar's home backwards. Blue, are you there? Summoned by Lunar's call, a bluebird flies down from the tree branch, circling Lunar affectionately as if eager for a few loving strokes. Chirp! You've disappeared for a few days. Let me guess, did you go to retrieve the letters? The bluebird descends slowly, lifting his head to stare at Lunar's anticipating face. It's carrying a smile, tiny letter tube around its neck. Lunar immediately takes the letter tube off at its sight. Bingo! Before Lunar can open the letter tube, the bluebird begins to chirp indignantly, probably complaining that she's forgotten the messenger once she gets a hold of the letter. Chirp! 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 Oh, Blue, of course. I know it took you a long flight to get. How about I play with you for a while? The bluebird turns his face away and purposely avoids Lunar's eyes. Stop sulking. Come on. I'll fetch you some of your favorite berries. Chirp! Chirp! The bluebird flutters its wings and looks very content. They say bluebirds are very intelligent animals. How come you're no different than a little kid? Okay, so here are the requirements. You need this hat, which drops from a 14.7 maiden, and this one, which drops to 14.3. This is very late chapter stuff. Like, we are currently at chapter 14 and you need chapter 14. You're not quite there at chapter 14 yet. I still recommend getting the Dreamweaver because you can finish this whenever you want. Only if you're not saving for anything else though. If you're saving for something else, forget about it. Back in her room, Lunar opens the letters tube impatiently. To her surprise, besides a rolled up letter, the tube also contains Omantis branch. Having traveled miles, the Omantis flowers still give off a sweet fragrance, so even the letter carried a soft scent. Is this your mid-autumn present for me? A smile appeared on Lunar's face. She sets aside the Omantis flowers and opened the letter. Dear Lunar, it's been almost a year since I last wrote to you. I've accepted many assignments and traveled to many different places this year. Yet, I don't feel that my life's changed much compared to a year ago. This is Louis. I'm still searching for an answer, one that's worth spending my whole life to pursue. How have you been? A friend in the cloud told me it'd soon be the Mid-Autumn Festival and that the cloud folks would gather with their family and taste a snack called moon cake. Although I can't personally come and try it in the Cloud Empire, I look forward to your description of the taste of moon cake. The same friend also told me that Omansis flower would bloom during the Mid-Autumn Festival, so it'd be the perfect season for osmanthus viewing too. I happened to see an Omanthus tree in an assignment. Its fragrance was so rich and sweet, so I picked a branch when no one was watching and let Blue bring it to you. When you see the flowers, you must be thinking, what kind of clothes can I design using the Omanthus flower as an element? Did I guess right? There must be many Omanthus trees in the Cloud Empire, but it was the first time I saw one in North Kingdom. Its planters must have a special connection with clouds like I do. It's late now. I'll end my letter here. All my best wishes to you. Louis' letter takes up one thin page, but Lunar is flipping it over and reading it from start to finish and again, as if wanting to imprint every word in her heart. Then she takes out a sachet and her sewing kit. A moment later, several realistic Omanthus flowers have bloomed on the sachet. She fills the bag with all the osmanthus flowers Louis sent her. This way, the flowers can preserve for a long time. It wasn't a new design that I thought of when I first saw the flowers. How can I throw them away if it's you that sent them to me? But they did inspire me, and a romantic theme, elegant and gorgeous dress will indeed be fitting for the Mid-Autumn Festival. Okay, let's do the elegant and gorgeous. Should we actually follow the this dress style, or should I just wear something northern like battle? So, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I just reinstalled my game. Yep, this is Love Nikki style. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't work, then I'll wear the proper dress, and I am so sorry, Lunar. Let's put on this spirit. Ooh, set skills. Let's see. Yep, this is what I normally use. Let's get dressed and skip. Did I win? Did I win? Yeah! I'm so sorry, Lunar. This is not what you had in mind. But let's claim the rewards. Woo! And then up next, stage 3, a full aroma of the garden. The next day, the lady of silk shop hears that Lunar is feeling ill and hurries to visit her. Cough, cough, cough. Lunar, why are you suddenly coughing? Did you catch a cold last night? How come you're here, Mother? Don't worry, it's no big deal. All that moment, the lady at silk shop smells a floral fragrance. She comes to the desk and picks up the sachet holding the Omanthus flower. Lunar, how could you be so oblivious to your own health? You know you're allergic to osmanthus flower. Why did you bring this sachet to your room? What? So the boyfriend didn't notice and gave it to her? Have you forgotten about that time when you were little? You got severely ill after eating some sugar-coated lotus roots with osmanthus? Sorry, I'm wrong, Mother. You're a grown-up now. I was discussing with your father the other day. It's about time we let you help manage the silk shop. How can I ever stop worrying if you keep being so petulant? But right now, I only want to become a stylist and see the world. We'll discuss this when you recover. I'll brew some herb juice for you later. You should rest at home today. Hearing the word herb juice, Lunar frowns deeply. I detest herb juice. Stop fussing! I'll take away this osmanthus sachet. Don't do reckless things like this again. You're right, Mother. I understand. I hope you mean it, and not just lip service. The lady of silk shop leaves the room sighing. Okay, and I'm going to evolve my spirit into a treasure box. Cool. Trial 1. Okay, let's do the skill level up, giving away some stones. Up next, a moment later, the herb juice is sent to Lunar's room. Although Lunar's whole mind is on the confiscated sachet, she understands her mother did that for Lunar's own good. Mother was right. If I'm always making my parents worry about me, how could they agree to let me leave home and travel? I was mocking Blue for being a little kid yesterday, but turns out I'm the one who needs to grow up. When she thinks of that, Lunar picks up the herb juice on the desk and drains it. As the herb juice bitterness is spreading in her mouth, Lunar can't help but frown. Luckily, the lady of silk shop prepared some malt candy along with the herb juice. Lunar pinches up a piece and shoves it in her mouth, the bitterness finally fading. Having finished the medicine, she takes out a few pieces of paper, lays them on the desk, spends a good moment to grind some ink, and prepares to write back to Louis about mooncakes or recently heard what's the second. I don't know information. I heard the great stylist King Sayed passed away last month. It should have been a grievous event, yet it's evolved to an international conflict due to King Sayed's three relics. The chaos have even spread to Moonlit City, but fortunately, no serious unrest had arisen. People decide to hold a stylist competition to judge the ownership of the three relics. It's a shame I'm not yet skilled enough to compete. I love to see those legendary pieces. Oh, this was way back before she even met Nikki. It might be the herb juice. Lunar has only written a few lines when sleepiness suddenly takes her over. She puts down her brush and leans on the couch to take a nap. In a drowsy state, Lunar can vaguely see the painting hanging on the walls gleaming with soft light. She raises to get a good look, but the moment she touches the painting, she tumbles into it. Ooh, diamonds! Yeah, thank you. Always happy to receive free diamonds, even though it's not really free because I spent 900 gems on this. Next one. Having entered the painting, Lunar seems to be inside the building. Everything before her looks strange but familiar. Some sword forging tools are found in the house, the flames blazing beneath the surface. From the house's decoration, Lunar guessed she's now in the ancient Cloud Empire that exists long time ago. Suddenly, Lunar feels herself moving closer towards the furnace, but she can't seem to control her own movements. Diana, stop! Lunar senses a brief halt in her body, but it soon resumes, stalking towards the furnace with determination. I swear to find a way to forge the nebula without having to sacrifice you. The girl's voice is growing more and more sorrowful, that even Lunar is feeling a pang of heartache. But this person named Diana has come before the furnace at last. Lunar noticed the furnace is much bigger than any furnace she has ever seen before, even big enough to fit a person in it. Diana, sister, I beg you. An ominous feeling emerged within Lunar as she expected. Diana plunges into the furnace the next second. Lunar wants to close her eyes, but she's forced to witness the boiling liquid envelop her body. Is she Diana? Is Lunar Diana? Strange enough, the seemingly scorching liquid doesn't bring the burning pain she expected, and instead only makes her feel warm. The sword is forged, and the enemy shall be vanquished. It is all up to you now, mirror. The next moment, all visions vanish. Everything is reset back to a void. The nebula, Diana, mirror. I seem to recall seeing these names in some ancient books. What could it be? Okay, so I got the little table thing. Next trial, I am going to evolve the stones, and then more story. When she opened her eyes again, Lunar finds herself on a battlefield. The battle has stretched out far too long. Blood has already soaked through the earth. Fallen soldiers scattered across the ground. Their survival still unknown. These soldiers who can still hold up are wielding the weapons in their grip with their last thread of bravery and instinct. At this junction, someone clad in a set of soldier armor comes before Lunar. General, I'm afraid the reinforcement will not arrive. Even so, we must fight till the end. But our soldiers have already held out for a day and a night. If this goes for any longer, I fear... Is now the time for demoralizing talks? The general turns to look at the city walls, and the sight of the name gives Lunar's heart a clench. Cloud City. The city guards the people, and the people guard the city. For Cloud City! As the general roars, a long, worn-out soldier echoes with their last bit of strength. For Cloud City! For Cloud City! The general mounts the war horse and charges into the battlefield once more. Even if the ending was destined long ago, Lunar's heart aches like it's being pinched. She knows whose vision she is seeing this time. This is the great general who defended Cloud City a few centuries centuries ago. In the face of impending invasion, the general chooses to defend the Cloud City to death, perishing outside the Cloud City at last. But the general's sacrifice eventually bought time for Cloud City until the reinforcements arrive. The visions keep rolling before Lunar's eyes, one after another, painting for her a picture scroll made of different facets of life. All sounds have died down in the deep night. Only an oil lamp is still burning inside the house. Under the lamplight, a hand keeps writing with speed and conviction. Fully filled pages already piled to thick stacks. The writing still in progress is filled with critical exposition about current affairs. Wars and unrest are incessant, and the political situations is worrisome. Ambitious fellows like I must contribute as much as we can. The vision switches again. People are going in and out in an inconspicuous apothecary shop on the streets. Doctor, thanks to the medicine you prescribed last time, my son's illness is cured now. Who's talking now? I'm so confused. It's like jumping in and out of this stream. Not at all. I was only doing my job. Medicine prices are surging out there. Only you're keeping the usual prices. Kind-hearted people like you are hard to come by these days. They don't seem to be from this time. I still feel like they don't long lost friends. Wait, is she thinking that it's Nikki? No way. Let's see. Although it's the first time I've seen them, they gave me a special feeling, as if we've known each other for a long time. Why am I seeing these visions? Wait, who's she thinking about? Not Nikki, right? Probably not Nikki. Okay, judging from the title, I think we're getting to the good stuff. A destiny of reincarnation. Just as Lunar is struck by confusion, the vision is changing again. It is a high-spirited young man ascending to the throne while surrounded by a crown. Lunar can sense the unique energy he's exuding, a commanding aura. Then Lunar feels the angle of her sight lowering, as if the owner of the eyes through which she's seeing is bowing down to the young man on the throne. From this day forward, I pledge my eternal loyalty to the great enlightened. May peace be forever bestowed to this land. May the goddess of spring bless the soil always. It is not just one person's voice, but the voices of many. They are pledging in unison, devoting their loyalty to the young man. Who is this person? Judging from the clothes he's wearing, he doesn't seem to be a Cloud native, but his presence might be even stronger than an emperor. The vision changes. A bright moon is shining over the walls of Cloud City. It is a precious moment of peace in the city, which has already suffered enough battles. A peddler says, "Fresh, sweet, and warm mooncakes just off the oven." A flower salad girl says, "Come and have a look, freshly picked Omantis flowers." The streets are crowded with people who are all wearing a smile on their faces. They're enjoying the priceless Mid-Autumn Festival after the war. But the person seeing the sight is galloping out of the city on back horse. The racing hooves keep advancing without pause, kicking up heaps of dirt. The dirt blocks Lunar's view, and when the flame clears up, Lunar finds herself once again staring at that person named the Enlightened. He's still poised on the throne, yet he looks so much older now. "Are you going to betray your own vow?" said the Enlightened. "We once thought you brought peace, but that was just war in a different form. Ignorant as you are, how can you understand the true meaning of the peace I'm pursuing? At least we understand that the people will take no more of your rule. Blades, blood, bloodshot eyes, curses, hand drooping hopelessly. But that's not yet the end. War, conflagration, cities besieged. A figure clad in a dragon gown stands on the high altar of the Jinlin Palace. Lunar cannot make out his face, but she can see vaguely the blood on his hands. All of a sudden, an ancient pavilion emerges from the thick clouds, a beam of golden light brightening up the night sky and a vast stretch of land. The goddess has manifested herself. The legend is true. God bless the Cloud Empire. The war is about to be over. Fragmented visions are passing before her eyes ceaselessly, turning Lunar's already confused mind into pandemonium. All of this, what exactly is happening? Oh, wow. Yeah, you need all this in 3 different colors. And this is from 14S3. Wow, I'm lucky I got to finish crafting and recoloring all of them. Woo, I'm not stuck. Okay, up next, Deja Vu. Suddenly, a figure appears before Lunar. It is a woman with gentle eyes in an ancient cloud style dress. To her own amazement, though she has never seen this person before, Lunar immediately calls out her name. Princess Diana! Arju. Does that mean everything I just saw is related to you? You are very bright, Lunar. What you saw can be considered as my memories, only not entirely. What do you mean? You're confusing me. It's too long ago. Ever since I forged the sword with my body, a part of my soul has been lingering in the mortal world, refusing to leave until that incident. Anyway, after a while, I began to search for people who could protect this land. Do you mean people like the great general I just saw? Yes, the great general was one of them. Although I never really had to search for them. Rather, some kind of invisible force leads me to them. Perhaps it's because destined by fate will always end up making the same decision. Then the reason I met you is also because I am one of those people you're searching for. You're right. But ever since a blood red curse descended upon the earth, I've fallen into a slumber. But tonight, something must have happened and I was brought back to consciousness. A blood red curse? Could it be the curse of the blood? Then, do I need to do anything? I believe without my guidance, you will follow your heart and make the right decision. It's a shame I cannot stay awake too long this time. As the Diana began to fade, Lunar feels an irresistible urge of sleepiness taking over her. It's your meds, Lunar. It must be your meds. So, yay! I finally got this spirit. It is a yellow item, which means it's animated. You see some sparklies over here. Sweet. Trial 3. Okay, so let's do the evolution of the spirit and empirical appearance. The light chirping of birds from outside the window wakes Lunar from her deep sleep. She rubs her eyes as if she's still not entirely awake. I think I had a weird dream. There are many people in a dream or dreaming of the ancient. This one. I remember there was a certain Princess Diana in a dream who told me many things. Princess Diana, the name rings a bell. It does to me too. I seem to have read it in some book, but I can't remember clearly. Shaking her still drowsy head, Lunar pulls off the quilt and gets up. When she sees a letter pressed on the desk by a paperweight, all the drowsiness leaves her instantly. Now I remember I was writing a letter to Louis, and I suddenly felt sleepy. Goodness me, if Mother finds out I fell asleep on the couch, I'm going to get told off again. Moving forwards to the desk, Lunar is suddenly aware of the sky outside that's lightening. What time is it now? Did I sleep from yesterday afternoon till morning? Hurrying to wash and dress, Lunar doesn't notice that on the wall she drowsily glanced at last night, there aren't any hanging paintings. As the time passed, a strange long dream also gets lost in the depths of her memories. Ooh, diamonds! Ho ho ho! Okay, I'm happy about that. Up next, awakened from a dream. The night sky is still dark, but Nikki is stirring from a deep slumber. Nikki? Wait, now it's about Nikki now? Oh! The butterfly necklace is quietly reflecting in moonlight, no longer radiating the colorful night. Nikki picks up the necklace and touches it lightly, the mellow hue jade reminding her of that familiar figure. Lunar. Perhaps roused by Nikki's movement, Momo is also blinking his eyes open sleepy. Nikki, what are you doing? The sun hasn't even risen yet. Just now, I dreamt of Lunar. Lunar! Hearing this name, Momo suddenly seems much more awake. What did she do in a dream? Did she talk to you? At first, I dreamt of something that had happened to Lunar. It turns out she already met Princess Diana in a dreamlike vision long ago, but due to some reason, she lost that memory. Princess Diana, didn't she reincarnate long ago? No, it's simply because her soul was not present in the sword. It led us to think that she's reincarnated. In fact, she continued to exist in the world in some unique form. Perhaps she sacrificed herself to save the Cloud Empire. The powerful will made her linger in the world to look for those who could inherit her will, and Lunar was one of them. But Lunar still Dot, dot, dot. We will continue what she failed to do. Yeah. What else did Lunar say? She said there are other people like Princess Diana in Maryland. She hopes we can find them and win their approval. Win their approval? What can we do with that? I guess that closely relates to the reason why I came to Maryland. Nikki takes off the snowflake necklace she's been wearing, and one of the snowflakes is gleaming subtly with a color different from that of others. Oh, this snowflake looks different from the others. This is proof that Lunar and Princess Diana approve of me. When it's necessary, I can connect with them and borrow their power. Does that mean from now on, whenever we miss Lunar, we can talk to her? Nikki gives a regretful expression and shakes her head slightly. I wish we could, but she was only able to meet me in a dream using a fiber of the consciousness left in the butterfly necklace. But no matter what, as long as we still remember Lunar, she will continue to leave a mark in this world. That's true. I will never forget her. Oh no! Who even has these completed? This chapter just dropped. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the last story then. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe or I'll delete your Love Dicky account. Peace.